Black Gold, Temptation of Wall Street, Episode 2. Wall Street, shaken by rates, earnings, and global uncertainty. Welcome to Black Gold, Temptation of Wall Street, Episode 2. Thank you for tuning in. Let's start with a review of last week's U.S. stock market performance. First up, James. This is James. Last week, Wall Street saw extreme volatility. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 1.9%, the Nasdaq plunged 2.5%, and the S&P 500 dropped 2.2%, fueling investor anxiety. The biggest trigger: the Federal Reserve's firm stance on interest rates. The market was hoping for a rate cut, but the Fed made it clear, inflation control remains the priority, and monetary tightening will continue. The result: growth in tech stocks, particularly rate-sensitive ones, took the hardest hit. AI-related stocks were hit the hardest. Nvidia fell 6%, AMD and Intel declined 4.5% and 3.8% respectively. With valuation concerns resurfacing, investors rushed to take profits. This is Jane. And big tech earnings added more fuel to the fire. Tesla TSLA plummeted 7% after lower than expected vehicle sales and pricing pressure. Apple AAPL slid 3.5% due to weakening sales in China. Meanwhile, financial stocks told a different story. Major banks like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs rallied as higher interest rates worked in their favor. Right now, the market is demanding clear direction. Investors are navigating uncertainty around Fed policy and earnings season, making short-term volatility a key theme. Which means, a tactical approach to market swings is crucial. Now, let's shift our focus to this week's market outlook and investment strategy. James, what's in store? The biggest market drivers this week: more Fed commentary and key economic data releases. Specifically, January's jobs report and consumer price index (CPI) data. If the labor market remains strong and inflation stays high, expect renewed fears of additional rate hikes, triggering another round of market volatility. On the flip side, any sign of cooling inflation that could inject fresh optimism into the market. Investment strategy for the week: brace for further tech stock corrections while increasing exposure to financials, energy, and defense sectors. And with heightened volatility, maintaining strong cash reserves is essential. I agree. This week will be a turning point. We also have earnings reports from Meta, Google, and Amazon, AMZN. For Meta, the key question is, how much are AI investments impacting costs? If expenses rise too fast, tech stocks could face another wave of selling. Advice for investors this week: don't rush in, watch the bigger picture first. Now is the time for defensive portfolio adjustments, rather than aggressive short-term trades. And now, Sophia will provide insights on key developments in global markets. This is Sophia. This week isn't just about the US, global markets are also facing major shifts. China's economy is showing signs of slowing down after the Lunar New Year. China's manufacturing PMI dropped to 48.5, signaling contraction. The yuan is weakening, and foreign investors are increasingly pulling out of Chinese markets. Europe's central bank moves could also impact the markets. The European Central Bank, ECB, is expected to hold rates steady, but slowing economic growth in the Eurozone and Germany's recession signals could be game changers. If the ECB softens its stance, European markets could see a rebound. Crypto markets also saw a major shakeup. Bitcoin dropped over 10% last week. Why? Increased regulatory scrutiny from the US government and a flood of hacked Bitcoin hitting the market. But institutional buyers may be stepping in, looking for a rebound opportunity. What's the bottom line? Expect heightened volatility, and global investors should increase cash holdings while adopting a cautious approach. Great insights, everyone. Let's wrap up with final thoughts. James, go ahead. This is James. Every day is a battle in the heart of Wall Street. Some win, some lose, but the ones with a solid strategy always come out on top. This is Jane. In a market where fear and greed collide, survival depends on understanding the momentum. Stocks, bonds, crypto. Every asset class follows a hidden set of rules. This is Sophia. We're not just reporting the news, we analyze the forces shaping the market. It's about understanding psychology, not just numbers. It's about recognizing patterns, not just data. That's it for Black Gold. Temptation of Wall Street, Episode 2. Like and subscribe, and stay ahead of the market this week.